Alrighty. Let me bring that down. Okay, hopefully everything is set up right. Let me turn this down. Welcome along to today's live stream. I'm currently attempting once again to stream on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. I can't get the Facebook chat to show up in my global chat thing, but I can read both of them at the same time. But welcome everybody. Vroom Room. Hobo Hippie. What else we got? Adam David Hartley. What's up? So today's stream, I've got a set in next month, at the end of next month, at a party called The World Beyond, which is a really incredible futuristic themed party. And I know that kind of sounds like a bit of a cliche for a party, but they pull it off really well. Like, they have a narrative which runs throughout the party, and yeah, people really stick to it. Like, you've got to dress up and you've got to put in a lot of effort, and they have massive futuristic installations and all kinds of weird shit. I think the last time I was there, I did an installation where people talked to God, and it was this big Max for Live patch projected on a wall where people would walk up and talk to it, and it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz. In a secret room there was someone actually being God, and yeah, so they could actually hear the questions people would ask, and they would type, and the big face is all kind of all dots and glitched out, so it kind of looks like some kind of computer. And it was quite funny seeing people thinking that this was fake, and then it would actually give genuine answers to their questions about life. So it's that kind of thing. And this year I am closing, playing a set, closing one of the zones, and it's got a really apocalyptic theme to it, and I've always really wanted to develop a techno set. And I'm talking techno, like banging, really hard kind of mechanical, industrial, clinical kind of style techno stuff, rather than my usual glitchy fun stuff. And I thought this is a great opportunity to actually do that, and I've got enough time to actually do it from scratch. And I thought I'd live stream the whole process from absolute start to absolute finish. And ultimately, once I've played the set, I'd love to live stream the set when I play it at the party, but we'll have to wait for logistics before I can figure that out. Yeah, once I've finished it, I'd like to make it available for free download as well. And I want to try and use only synthesis as well. So drums, snares, hats, everything like that. What's up, Donuts McKenzie? What's up, Radari? How you doing? Yep, I'm wide awake. Got my coffee for this stream. So today's day one of this process of creating a techno set, and it's not going to be a very long stream, because what I want to do is, I've got the idea in my head of how I want it to be laid out in Ableton Live, and I'm going to be using lots of dummy clips, and I'm ultimately going to be using lots of Mac stuff. The set's going to be very interactive. I'm going to have Arduino controlling lots of really external sources. We're going to be using the brainwaves, of course, for the set. But that'll be much later in the series. For this particular video, or live stream, I just want to focus on the actual shell of it, and that's what I'm going to build today. So I'll get rid of this. And I don't think there's going to be much audio I make today, so the sound design will come in later series. So it might not be that interesting for people who want sound design type stuff. But I might as well leave the ambient stuff playing. This is a recording from the Dream Stream, which, if you don't know, I let people control my dreams. I'm trying to control two computers here. So let's move that down. Let me get the Facebook chat back up. What's up, everyone on Facebook? I won't read out your full names, but Aaron, Daniel, Jake, Mike, Jacob, what's up? Yeah, so the way I'm thinking about laying this out is having 8 tracks, so each one having an individual element of the techno music. They would be a kick, bass, a snare, 2 hats. Hats could be rides or closed or open. A percussive track, which will probably be quite a rhythmical thing, maybe even turn into a melodic thing. Also want to have 2 synth tracks, and that takes up my 8 slots. Then I want to have 8 dummy tracks, so the audio from all those tracks go to the dummy tracks, because I want to be able to build Max for Live stuff that triggers various combinations of these dummy clips. So let's say I want to do like a big 64 bar breakdown. I can push a button and it can do things like randomly select a bunch of dummy clips that will do a build up, and it will be different every time. What's up, Grubbytron? Your test is working loud and clear. And then I want to have 8 more tracks, and these 8 additional tracks are going to be per song, I guess. So the set is either 60 minutes or 75 minutes. I'm not sure. He hasn't told me yet how long it's going to be, but yeah, I plan on having 8 different songs in that live set. So these 8 individual tracks that I'm going to add later on, each one of those is going to be specific to that particular song, and it's going to be taking an external input from something. I want to get some power tools and like drill shit and destroy shit and have the level of destruction or whatever's happening somehow interpreted into data that I can use to control parameters on those tracks. So that's what I've got in my mind, and I haven't really done anything yet. But I guess we can get going and make it out. So as I said, I don't want to use any audio tracks for this. I want to be using synthesis. So I'm going to just start off here, complete blank MIDI track. I'm going to move my mic, it's in the way of the keyboard. Excuse me, guys. So I'm just going to call this kick. Boom. And we'll make 8 MIDI tracks. Just like that. So those are going to be the core foundations of how the set's going to work. This is going to be bass. This is going to be snare. This is going to be hat 1. This is going to be hat 2. This is going to be percussion. This is going to be synth 1. And this is going to be synth 2. And I'm going to color these. We'll go along this line of color, just to make it look nice. And of course, if you guys have any suggestions whatsoever, let me know. I'm trying to keep my eye on both chats. What's up, Renee? How you doing, Lenny? I can see you watching there. That's not very good color. There we go. So there's my 8 MIDI tracks, and what I'm going to do after that is create 8 audio tracks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 audio tracks. These are going to take the audio from these MIDI tracks, and this is where all the effects and dummy clips are going to be. Like, these are all going to be like purely the sound design part of it. And the reason I'm doing that is so during the set I can actually get into the synthesis and do things like mess with the raw parameters of the sound. And then over here we're going to have more kind of global effects, things like delays and reverbs and stuff. So I should rename these as well. What do we have? What do we start with? Kick. So kick, bass, snare, hat 1, hat 2, percussion, synth 1, and synth 2. Very good. Then I'm going to have 8 additional tracks that I said are going to be per song. So I'm going to make them audio tracks for now. They may be MIDI tracks eventually. But yeah, we'll just call these track 1, track 2. Again, this stream is more about like building the shell of what I hope to achieve. So it's kind of part 1. You're probably not going to get too much out of it as far as sound design goes, but as far as planning a live set goes, this is how I approach things. Very good. So we have 8 tracks, then we have 8 audio tracks, and then we have 8 of these tracks. I'm going to make these all white for now. Joseph, if anyone is interested in some great industrial noise techno, check out Tomohiko Sagi? Sensory Deprivation. Oh, that sounds pretty fucking deep from the start. Very good. What I'll do is these tracks here, I'm just going to make them small, and what I'm going to do is route the audio output from these tracks to these tracks here. I'm going to get rid of the return tracks because we don't need them now. So these 8 tracks are audio tracks, and these 8 tracks are going to be routed into them. That one needs to be small too. What's up, Trevor? How you doing, man? Eddie, welcome to the stream. So yeah, so the audio from, or the Yeah, I should really... It says MIDI 2 at the moment because I don't have anything loaded up. So what I'm actually going to do is put an operator on every track just so the audio routing menu changes to audio 2. See how it says MIDI 2 when I don't have anything actually on the actual track, like any device? It says MIDI 2. I don't want that. I want the audio 2. So I'm just going to put an operator in here for now. We probably will use operators for everything pretty much. Don't want to use any VSTs. I like using just Ableton stuff in the kick. So now we've got all these audio 2 audio routing things here. Jeppy, why is this a good way to do it instead of making just a group? The reason is because when you add things to a group, you can't add dummy tracks and or dummy clips, and that's what I ultimately want to do. I want to have heaps of dummy clips. Like the first 8 dummy clips, I want them to be very generic things that I can quickly push on a controller. For example, on the kick track, they wouldn't be too fancy as far as effects go, but it would be like maybe like a high pass filter on the kick or something that doubles the kick up, things like that. So I want to be able to use these audio tracks and put audio effects on them and trigger them as such, and then using follow actions make it so that after a bar, if I do trigger a dummy clip, it goes back to one of the original ones. Over on Twitch, Newton's Law, I learned how to make synths in Massive thanks to your YouTube vids. No worries, man. So yeah, back to the routing. So here's the kick. I'm going to go audio 2 kick, audio 2 bass, audio 2 snare, audio 2 hat 1, audio 2 hat 2, percussion, synth 1, and synth 2. So now the audio is getting sent to these audio tracks here. I might as well make these a color. I'll make them all red for now, or pink or whatever that is. And what I also need to do, let me just check my audio input settings. Yeah, no device, so I don't kill eardrums. I'm just going to set the monitor to in on all of those. Because I had them all selected, it instantly put the monitor to in on all of them. So that means any audio produced from any of these 8 are going to be fed through these 8 audio tracks right here. Awesome. Alright. So, well, maybe we should, we should put in some dummy data at least. Like, again, I don't want this to be the sound design portion of this series, if you like, but I should probably put in some dummy data or pseudo data, if you like. So I've just closed that down. We might as well make something. So I've just added a MIDI clip in for the kick. We'll just go C3, 4 to the floor, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing too impressive so far because it's an operator with a sine wave. We'll just bring the volume up. So of course we'll put a pitch envelope on, turn it all the way up. I'm going to turn it into fixed mode so we can define the frequency ourselves. Bring the peak up. Make the decay shorter on the pitch envelope. And I'll actually make these shorter. I'm going to turn it up a little bit more on my speakers. Made a kick, pretty cool. I'm just going to change that a little bit more. Just changing the fixed frequency down to something low. That sounds like a kick drum to me. Sounds good. I'm going to put a limiter on the master just for now. Again, you guys probably know me, but we will be pushing stuff. For the bass, let's just put in some real simple notes. So we'll go down to like here. Can't really hear much because it's a sine wave. What I'm going to do is frequency modulate it by 50% of the original frequency, give it that grunt. It's really hard to hear. Whoa, screensaver. Sorry about that, guys. My volume level went down tremendously. There we go. And and mixing with the mic. How's that for a mix? Does that sound alright? Sorry about that. So anyway, I'm frequency modulating the sine wave of the bass with 50% of itself just to give it a bit of grunt. We'll give it a pitch envelope as well. Really short decay. Yeah, cool. Alright. I always do that. Alright. So that's good for bass. Snare drum. What are we going to do for snare? I don't really want to have, because it's going to be techno, I don't really want to have snares on the 2 and 4, but I am going to put them on the 2 and the 4 while we develop a sound. And of course, obviously, it is just going to be a sine wave at the moment. So we'll just make it noise for now and make it smaller. It's good enough for techno snare. Actually, no, let's develop that a bit more. I'm not that good at synthesizing snares, which is probably going to work in my favor considering we don't want organic sounding snares. I'm just going to group that together. We'll throw another operator in. That one's a sine wave. We'll call this the body, I guess. We'll solo the track. What's up, Pratik? Jipe, what's up? I could turn it up even more if you want. How's that? Okay. So the reason I put a body in here, I'm just going to do the same as I did for the kick and give it a pitch envelope. Put it on fixed mode. Put it around 150 hertz or so. Bring the peak up a bit more. Bring sustain right down. And what I'll actually do is go into the envelope of this and bring it down. Sounds way too high. And this is the noise part. I'll give it another operator. Again, snares aren't my forte, but we'll just go snap. We'll make this noise as well. Way too loud. We'll give it a cutoff. Actually, we'll use an EQ8. Okay, so disregard everything I said about sound design earlier. We'll cut everything on the low end off. And you can see the audio is going out through these tracks. Like if you see the kick, bass, and the snare, the audio is going through these before it actually hits the master, which is what I want ideally, ultimately. Let's make this a shelf. Bring it down. PLE, random, but do you have any opinion on IR cam plugins such as Spat V3? No idea what those are, sorry man. So no. That sounds alright. I might give that a little bit of reverb. Take off the high cut, put it in high quality mode. It's still a bit too poppy. Reverb's too long. And with the noise, what I might do is just in the envelope, whoops, let's give it a little bit of attack and a bit of release. That'll be a good fun parameter to play with later. Jeffy says you can use the low pass filter envelope pretty nicely on the noise to emulate the skin of the drum. Alright, we'll give that a bit of an envelope. bring it down a bit. I don't want it to sound like an actual snare drum. That's the thing. Just good enough for techno. And as I said, I don't want it on the 2 and 4. Let's put that one there. I might make this low. What I will do, I might put a glue compressor after everything because I've got like 3 different individual things. Just to kind of glue them together a bit. That reverb's giving me the shits. I might add one more operator into this. What I'll do is I'll keep it as a fixed tone. We'll go fixed tone. What's up, Mike? Yeah, I'm recording this. This will be on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Synthesizing a snare, Joshua. I'm throwing together the most basic snare I can do at the moment. So that's a fixed tone. What I'm going to do is frequency modulate it with white noise. Actually, I'll frequency modulate it with another sine wave. And then frequency modulate that with some white noise. Gives it a bit of a grime. I'll turn the LFO on, but only on operator B. Turn off a retrigger. And I'll give this an envelope as well. And a little bit of a pitch envelope. Bit of release. Not bad. Give that an envelope, the white noise. What's up, Shayan? I've got 59 viewers on Facebook, but only 9 on Twitch. It's all good. It's kind of cool. Maybe if we put a corpus on here. It's kind of a good resonator kind of thing. Whoops. All together. And we'll put a reverb after everything. Pre-delay. It does sound like a tom, so we'll bring the volume of that fix down. Let's listen to it with a kick. Don't know about the pre-delay. It's good enough for me. What's up, Richard? Over on Facebook. How you doing? What's up, Mike? Very good. Okay, let's put some hats in. We'll just do these on the offbeats. Let's make the grid size smaller. These are going to be like fixed values as well, but we might as well make them C3. I don't know, just for good practice. Yeah. Give it some white noise. Make the grid size smaller. We'll make these really short. Give it an envelope. And I'll give that a corpus as well, just because it's more of a closed hat. Where are we? What I'm going to do is group these together into an instrument rack, and I'll give it one more operator. Call this the snap, and then this operator will just put some noise. But what I'll do is I'll make the envelope with quite a bit of attack. made a new instrument called Cosm. That snare's alright actually, that'll do. I think in future episodes when I get into sound design I'm gonna, I was talking to Mr. Bill earlier, I think I might give him a Skype live and be like, hey bro, can you show me how to make a fat snare? But I don't really want a fat snare because it's, as I said, it's techno, like, and I don't really want that kind of, I kind of want to clap more than anything, but we won't get into that now. So that's hat 1, hat 2, let's put in 16th notes, so I'll just do 4, mix velocity, like so. We'll make these short as well. What's up, DM number? How you doing? Select all, duplicate, play. It's pretty cool. Make it white noise again though. To give this a bit of difference from hat 1, I'll give it a high pass filter. What I'll do is I'll put a compressor on the bass and sidechain it straight away from the kick. Sounding alright. Okay, over on percussion. Alright, we've got some notes here. What I'm going to do is frequency modulate this. I'll keep it tuned. We'll give that an envelope. Actually, no, we'll keep them in both in fixed mode so the maths is all whack and that gives a good metallic sound. Envelopes on this. So just using frequency modulation here, it's a bit too much. And again, I'll put the LFO on just the B operator. Yeah, Jeppy, once I've done this episode, we'll get into it. I'll be doing, I guess, 8 different sound design episodes, like 1 for each different track. And then after that, I'll focus on like laying those out in a live, playable way. So something that's like good for a live situation to play. And I know there's going to be a whole bunch of components to this. It'll evolve as we go. Let's put a reverb on this. On the LFO, I'm going to turn off the re-trigger and make it very slow, give it quite a bit of amount. I'm also going to change the voices to 1 on this percussion track. Sounds good. Let's give it a filter delay as well. I kind of want this to be a bit more weird, so. Sounding all good. Sorry, I'm neglecting Facebook. What's up, everybody on Facebook? Tom, why you never do psytrance? I love psytrance. I just don't really write it much anymore. I have no answer to that, sorry. I will do a psytrance session sometime. Jippy, yeah, I usually announce just before I stream. I try not to stick to schedules of streaming because I just suck at schedules. And then I'd end up disappointing everybody. You want some grain delay on it? Alright. Over on YouTube, PLE says put on a grain delay, so we'll do that. Sounds good to me. Let's move over to the synth. I'm just going to throw in like some random notes here. I don't even know what this is going to be. Make it a saw wave. Give it some envelope. Change the filter to the SMP. I love the SMP the most. Bring the volume down, which allows you to give it some drive. Just solo that track. We'll make the envelope here. What I might do is just throw in a Max for Live LFO. Just gonna save the set when we start getting into the Max realm. Let's map that to, what were we playing with? The Decay Time. Whoa, way too fast. Bring the depth down. Offset it up a bit. And again, put some effects on it. Catch you later, Adam, over on Twitch. Have a good sleep. It's not bad. Let's bring the volume up a bit. I could bring the volume of everything down, but fuck that. And then synth 2, we will put, let me just do, I'll do something, do some kind of arpeggiated weird thing. Oh, now let's go in semitones. We can be unharmonic as we want with this, which is cool. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna make the loop point there as well. Make this high. So we're just got a sine wave. Let's do some frequency modulation stuff. I like using a 4-bit sine. And then we'll put the LFO again on the B volume, so that's the modulating. No retrigger. And we'll make it sync mode. I'll make it like 2 bars. What's up, Jebo? Thank you very much. Make that white noise. Oh, no, we'll keep it a sine. What I'll do is I'll go into the harmonics here, add a few more. It's pretty menacing. I'm just going to put this filter delay into... Oh, no, we'll use a simple delay. If I can find it. Here we go. Link it, sync it, take it off sync. That's pretty cool. Put an LFO on that sync delay. That's all pretty standard stuff. I do this a lot, but again, we're just kind of creating a bed of material we can work with. So that's going to go totally nuts. Bring the depth right down. Bring the offset down low. And bring the rate down. And make this pitch mode. Alright, I'm happy that for a set of data. So that's just stuff to work with for now. Again, this is not the sound design part of it. That is just placeholders until we get to the sound design in the next stream. He said, I live in Denmark, so it's really late. The earlier announced, the more chance I have to schedule. Yeah, I tend to stream this time because it's good for Australians and the US, and sometimes I stream late in my night, which is your daytime, so. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just going to stop all clips here. So let's close these down. Over here, these tracks are where I want the dummy clips to be. So what I'm going to do is on one of the tracks and just hit record and then hit stop. Boom. So now we have a 1 bar empty loop, and that's what I'm going to use for the dummy clip. I'm just going to delete the name of it. Lower my brightness. Breakbeat Techno over on YouTube, Jevalas. Yeah, probably get into that at some stage. As I said, this is going to be 8 songs over the set. Definitely want to get into some broken beat stuff. I really want to make this as open as possible, so when I'm playing, it is totally, everything is changeable. Like, I can make a decision and I can change it. That's why we're synthesizing everything. I don't want to have any kind of arrangement view layout. I don't want to have any follow actions on the actual clips that play the melodic content. I really want to be able to just go with the flow with this. My live sets in the past are kind of like that, but there is always some kind of direction that I plan on going, and I have it laid out in that direction. This one I really want it to be like totally open, and just get a knob and find a sweet spot and go nuts. Over on Twitch, DM199999913. I'm in Australia at the moment, bro. So with the dummy clips, if you're not familiar, dummy clips, Google them. I won't go into it now in too much depth, but they're basically clips that allow you to change parameters of an audio effect on the actual channel. So the kick, if I play the kick, it's coming through here. So even though there's an audio clip here which is silent, if I play this, nothing's going to happen, but it does allow me to go into my envelopes and change something on the channel. So for example, what I'm going to do is rename this to None. This is kind of how I have my other live sets laid out in my mega set, and I'm duplicating that across to all of these guys. So I know for a fact that when I trigger this, maybe I will put this into a group. So when I trigger this, it triggers none, which is good. So that means none of these dummy effects that I'm going to add are going to be on these dummy clips. Let's go into the kick track. So let's add again, not going to get into the sound design. I'm going to add an auto filter, put it on a high pass mode, change it to SMP mode. What's up, Graham? How you doing? Over on Facebook. So with the cutoff filter, because it's on this audio track now, we can move the frequency up, and that's going to affect the kick. And it's not on the kick track, but it's on this. It's like adding an insert in between the kick and the master. And that's really good now because I can duplicate this dummy clip across and open it up, and we have the audio filter frequency already selected because that's what we had before. And I can move this line up to say here. And then I can duplicate that again, and I can move the line to here. So I'm just going to do like a bunch of stages of high pass cutoff here. So if I trigger this one with none, you'll see the auto filters there. If I trigger with this one, brings it up a little bit. And then we have no sub. This one's going to be like that. So those four are good. So I'll call this HPF level 1. And we'll call this HPF level 2. And we'll call this HPF level 3. And if I was to select all of these clips and go into the launch mode and go follow action after 1 bar, go back to the first clip. So that means if we're playing none like so, it just means I can trigger one of these and it jumps back to the original like so. What's up, Octonode? How you doing, my man? So again, I can just trigger one of these. Very good. I think what I'll also do is I might copy this one down here. I'm going to add a reverb to the kick track and turn my heater off. I got a cat going psycho around me. So what I'm going to do is bring the dry wet down to the reverb by default. So that means this we'll call this high pass filter RVB 1. So when I play this one, we want the dry wet value of the reverb to go up to about 50%. Very good. Let's do that again. I will change these eventually. This is, again, quite basic stuff. Like, as the set evolves and I figure out what's going to sound good, we're going to keep going and going and going. Yeah, there's another Graham watching on Facebook. This could be one watching on YouTube. If you guys are confused, I'm reading chat from 3 different things, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So if I address somebody who's not there or a question you don't see, that is the reason. So this is high pass reverb 2. And what we can do here is we'll go into I'll turn off the high cut and make it a high quality mode. We'll select the decay time, which is here, and we'll bring that up for this one. So high pass reverb 2 is going to be very good. And of course, I mean, like, we don't have to have static values. We can move them up and down. So a reverb and a high pass is pretty good at the moment. What I'll do is I'll copy that down. We'll call this high pass reverb 3. DM on Twitch says, do you guys see the new live redesigns? Looks pretty cool in my opinion. Yeah, I had a look. I don't really have an opinion on it. I think it's some designer who's trying to get a job at Ableton, kind of redesigned live. I don't know if links are banned. Try it out. Give it a go. I don't really know. Also, anyone clicking on links, be careful. I don't know about this DM guy. He sounds like a bit of a troller. No, I'm just kidding. So Reverb 3, what we can do is go in here. I'll choose the high pass filter. Where are we? Auto filter frequency. So what we'll do is we'll have it start low. And go high to about here. So you don't have to have like a static value. You can have a sweep. And we'll make it come down again. So this one just kind of sweeps up and down. If we actually look at the filter. And we can even play with the reverb amount here. So also, sorry, the dry wet. We'll do the same. We'll have it just slope up and down. High pass goes a little bit too high, so let's change that. That was my first opinion Octonode on Twitch. It does look like another piece of software. I might keep the reverb steady for the second half of that bar. Oh, it's the auto filter. Back to the reverb. So yeah, we'll get rid of this point here. And we'll add one more dummy clip down here. What can you do with a kick? We'll get rid of we'll get rid of the reverb. I'll just do a simple delay for now. As I said, these will evolve as we do things. We'll put a simple delay on like delay time 1. Bring the dry wet all the way down. So currently nothing's happening. Give it quite a lot of feedback. And then if we go into the, hit the dry wet again, go into this guy, and we'll go do, put the feedback, the dry wet up to 100%. It's kind of cool. We'll go into the auto filter, make the frequency not go so high. So let's put the snare and the hi-hats. Back to the original. And the reason I want 8 of these is because I've got a launch pad, so that's really handy for me to have 8 quick things per sound. So every single button will do something quick, and just so I can do little changes or little combination of changes inside of things. And of course, all of those follow actions mean it goes back to none. Very good. I'm going to stop all the clips here, and let's just play that bass. What I might do is just while we're working on the dummy clips, I'm going to change this to something a lot more harmonics. It's not amazing sounding. Should kind of give it some kind of... Don't really want it acid sounding, but anyway, this is just so we have harmonics to work with. I'll bring the frequency up. So again, back over on the bass track, dummy track now. So again, I'll add a an auto filter, put it on high pass mode, make it SMP, bring the frequency down, and we'll duplicate this across. And where is the frequency? Envelopes. What we'll do is I'll do 2 levels of static, so we'll cut it off here. So that's like sub gone, and then I'll do it one more time. We'll make it quite high. We'll call this just high. What's up, Ugo? I'm making a set, Masna94 from Twitch, complete techno set from scratch. Today episode, again, just focusing on the shell, building the set how I want to populate it, and then in following live streams, I'm going to populate it a bit better. And then we'll do one more. This one will do a sweep of the cutoff, so I'll put a point here, bring it down, and we'll sweep between those 2 values that we had before, which was here and here. Let me just turn off that square and make it a sine again. Why are we getting no sound? It's coming through there. Oh, none. That square wave is annoying me. I'm just going to get lots of frequency modulation. Okay, so sub gone, just highs. We'll go filter sweep. Yeah, I'm live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook at the moment. What I'll add for the other ones is we'll do a redux. Again, I probably will change these eventually. So let's drag this down, open it up. I'm just going to do a sweep of the redux in soft mode from its lowest to maximum value, and we'll call it redux. We'll use shortcode redux sweep up. It's kind of cool. It's doing the sweep of the filter as well, but I kind of like it. I actually like that with the reverb as well. So bring the dry wet down, open this up. I might just bring this up to like 25%. Turn off high cut, high quality mode. A strange coincidence, but there is a concert at Cosm in New York City tomorrow night with Nominus and Ethnogenic. Awesome. There's a comment on YouTube by P. Ellie. That's all good. Let's copy that down. And what I'll do is we'll make this a redux sweep down instead. So just gonna go like this. See how that sounds? We'll change the auto filter. So the frequency, we'll start it like completely all the way down, and we'll just have it constantly come up. Get rid of this. And also on the reverb, we will get rid of it for... we'll have that come up as well. Whoops. What am I changing here? Reverb quality. No, I don't want that. I really need to automate the quality of the reverb. So that is a reverb sweep down, redux sweep down. We'll do one more. The redux sweep here. We will. I'm going to bring the reverb right up for everything. Yeah, Alex Gray started the Chapel of the Sacred Mirrors the first year that I played as Cosm. Like, so it was at Boom Festival, he launched his thing, and it was my first ever international gig, and I didn't even know that he was going to do it, and then everyone's like, it's the same name. I'm like, well, he wins obviously because he's Alex Gray, so that's where the Tom at the start came from, if you ever wondered why I'm called Tom Cosm. With the redux, I'm going to delete all the automation here, make the grid size smaller. And let's just use the pen tool and do some random kind of amounts of redux in 16ths. See what that sounds like. Might sound better if I put the redux after the reverb. And we'll also go into the auto filter. We could even take that away. Or delete. So we'll go that redux random NDM 16. I think the reverb needs to sneak in with this. We'll do it over like one beat. Actually, we could repeat that over and over and over. That could be interesting. You can see all the automation happening here. Pretty cool. I'm going to copy that down one last time. And let's play with the decay time. So open it up. Have decay time really short, and we'll open that up all the way. It's 60 seconds. We'll go to 60 seconds to the 4th beat, and then all the way back down again. And I'll go back into my Redux here, and we'll get rid of this stuff. Maybe if we just make the second half Reduxed. And of course we need to select all of these and make the follow action go back to the first clip. Let's try a couple of these. So see, I can kind of quickly trigger one of these to get an effect. Thank you, Dino Trucks. Okay, so that'll do for the bass dummy clips. Moving over to the snare track. Let's bring that in. So that reverb, I'm going to drag that over to the actual snare track here. Bring the dry wet down. So let's copy that down. We'll play with the reverb one. We'll just call it reverb level 1. Open it up, go into our envelopes and bring it up, say 25%. We'll just do a 25% and a 50% for the reverb. Again, all of this is subject to change. I know I'm repeating myself a lot here. So this is reverb level 2. We'll make that 50%. Very good. So we've got... I'll do a level 3 and we'll give it 100. Why not? Not 23. So let's go all the way up to 100%. And we should probably play with a decay time on that level 3 as well. So we'll bring that up here. Graham Spice over on Facebook, quick question. Is it easy to live stream in all of these different formats simultaneously? It is. I use a service called Restream, which is restream.io. And yeah, it allows you to stream to them, and then they split it to, there's like 30 different platforms they split it to. Facebook isn't one of them. You have to actually pay them like $7 a month to stream it to Facebook. But Twitch and YouTube is like built in, and you can do it for free. Over on YouTube, what's up, Fizz? How you doing? Over on Twitch, does Gratch still use Fruity Loops? Yes, he does, and he uses it extremely well. In fact, the best user of Fruity Loops I know. On the snare, I'm going to add a... We'll just go simple delay. Dry wet all the way down. So we'll copy this down, and I'm going to copy the none down because I want the reverb to be none. And we'll bring the dry wet value of this one up to 50%. And I'm going to copy that 4 times because I want to do this. I want to do 4 versions of these. I'm going to link these, turn off sync mode, give it feedback. none. Here's our feedback. We'll just have it getting slightly shorter. Very subtle. If we put it in pitch mode, might be able to hear some repitching. Feedback's going down. Oh, okay, I was changing the feedback. My apologies. So we need to be changing the decay time. The delay time. So back into the clip. We'll go all the way down. Maybe start this one more open. Did I pick pitch mode? No, I didn't. Not bad. I'm going to give it even more feedback. Too much. Too much feedback. Over on Twitch, Buffalo Val, what's up? I'm amazed at how many hit success in terms of day-to-day money in these days. Twitch, Chew, DJ, etc. Not too sure what that means, but... Oh, and money. You might have to rephrase that question or statement, sorry bro. Okay, so that's a good one for the, we'll go delay level 1. It's like level 1000 already, but whatever. This one here. What we'll do is we'll pick the Decay Time. It's easier if I just select it here. Go into none. We'll have this one like really at its minimum value. And we'll open it up all the way. See how that sounds. That's cool. Delay level 3. Do we want to play with that? Maybe. Let's do a sweep up and down and see how that sounds. Maybe not that much. We'll make it like 100 milliseconds. It's all good, man. I had a teacher in the day say, do something. It does not matter if it is the best, but something is always better than the other. Sounds good, man. That would kind of sound cool with a cutoff filter on it, I think. So I'm going to add a filter, keep it a low pass. Whoops, SMP mode. And we'll play with the frequency of that. So we'll have this coming down. We'll have it coming down on a beat and we'll just... Oh, what have I done? Oh, that'll do. Duplicate that. I just want this. Whee. Looks good. Maybe not so low. Maybe like... Okay, let's try this again. So start at the top and we'll go down to about here. 50%. Duplicate that. Wow, I keep selecting the wrong amount of time. Okay. Maybe we could have it come down and then up. Sounds good to me. Just gonna call that level 3 for now. What's up, BMQ34 over on Twitch? How you doing? And this one here. What do we want with this one here? Let's go into our delay time. We'll play with the sweet spot. We'll make it really low. Let's change the grid size and use the pen tool again. That's good enough. Delay level 4. So we need to make all of these follow action first. It's going to change the bass pattern. Let's make it a solid. Duplicate that out. Very good. So we're starting to get this kind of how I want it. This is like, yeah, again, the first kind of stage is just having these little quick jumps that I can do. Guess we should move over to the hat. I do need to go to the bathroom really quickly. I'll be back in a minute. Time me. Alright, we're back. Okay, so we're working on the hi-hats now. So this is the open hat. What can we do with this? We'll do a reverb. Again, really simple stuff for now. The reason I turned the cam off is because I'm not wearing any pants or underwear, so bring the dry wet down and copy this down. And let's bring the dry wet up. So just a bit of reverb. It's kind of boring. Should add something else to it, I think. Maybe a phaser. It's always good. Flanger. Where are we here? Flanger. What I do is I'll sync that to 1 bar. And of course the flanger is after the reverb, so it's capturing the tail. So the flanger is playing when that none is playing, so I need to go into the flanger here and go dry wet. What's up, Alejandro? I'm not going to go into arrangement mode today. We're going to be working just in session view, but catch me at another time during another stream and I can show you how to mix 2 sounds at the same time together in arrangement mode. So the flange is off for there. So I'll call it flange verb. We'll do one more flange verb, but what I'll do is we'll change the rate to maybe like 16th notes or something. Maybe grid size huge. No worries, bro. And I'll also go reverb, decay time. I kind of like that pumping effect we had before. Like that. Even if we just do it on the second half. So this is the decay time. Might need to last a little bit longer. Get rid of that note. Over on Twitch, sending big love from Berlin to New Zealand. Thank you, sir. Catch you later. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night. Don't know about that flanger sync rate. We'll maybe make it 8th notes instead. We're out really fast. Can't even hear it. Let's go for the dry wet. Let's max. We'll change the feedback. It's kind of cool. Yeah, only using Ableton Live stuff for this set over on YouTube. So, open hi-hats, what else could we add? Just do a delay. I'll use a filter delay for this one. This is going to be a bit tricky, so I'm going to group this into a group, and we'll open up our macros. I'm going to map the volume of the left and the right to this one. So that's kind of like our dry wet. I'm just going to go into the mapping mode and change this to 0 dB so we don't go up to 6 dB. Delay time 1, and what I'll also do is map the feedback of both of these to macro number 2. How many years have I been making music? Asked Random Waves on Twitch. Electronically, probably like 12. Non-electronically since I was 4, so 30 years. 29 years. JP asks on YouTube if I use the follow clip action in your process. Yep, that's what I've done. So all of these have a follow action of 1, and then they go back to play the very first clip in the sequence. What am I doing here? So I've mapped the feedback to macro 1. I've mapped that, so we'll change that to level, change that to feedback. Does cowbell go with techno? Probably. So that's dry, it's wet. And what I'll also do is I'll map the bandpass filter of the left and the right hand side to a knob, but I'll flip one around completely. So this knob should move them like that. Bring the resonance down a little bit on each of them. Or bring them up, maybe. That's cool. So I'm going to bring these down, and we'll copy a dummy clip down, And so this is the audio effect level. Bring it all the way up. And we'll change the feedback as well. And what else do we have? We had the macro 3. I should name that macro. Let's call this EQ. So I'll just move that EQ around a little bit. Nice and simple. We'll just go up, and then we'll go down, and then we'll go back to the middle. Like so. So we'll call this delay level 1. Duplicate that. Okay, this one we will do a full sweep. So we'll have it start up here and go down. We need something else. I'm going to put an auto filter. Keep it as a low pass, and I'll change the frequency of that. So I think I want this to come down to here, like that. We'll duplicate that twice, see how that sounds. Give it some resonance. I'll make the resonance also a factor of the dummy clip, just so we don't like fuck with the dry signal. Change it to SMP mode again. What's up, Doug? On YouTube, can you play back what you got already in your drum bus for a sec? It's all just like dummy content at the moment. Sounding very busy and not good, but the point is, like, we're not doing sound design today. We're building the shell of how this live set is going to be laid out. So in the next series, we're going to work quite fine-tune the sound design kind of stuff. Yeah, so I like to build the shell first, so it's all laid out in front of me, and then we can really focus. I have two different modes, like, yeah, this kind of like preparation kind of mode, and then sound design. To me, I kind of get into a whole new different zone. So I kind of like to leave them a bit separately. Let's go back to these hats. That resonance is too high. Auto filter resonance. Bring this down. That's all good. We'll save that as level 2. And I mean, they might not sound like heaps on their own, but once we have all of these 64 clips minus 8, it's going to be, we're going to have quite a lot that we can play with. So we'll go back to the auto filter cutoff for this one. So maybe let's just select all and delete. Let's have this one. We'll go all the way down to all the way up. And we'll duplicate that. I think that's cool. I might put the auto filter before the reverb, or like before everything. So this audio effect rack is doing stuff. I don't want that. So I should change the name of the rack to filter delay. And let's go in here and go filter delay, level down. Not getting much volume now. which makes sense. Let's go back to the auto filter frequency, and we'll bring it up to about halfway instead of all the way. It's going to cause chaos. Riz is like a possum sucking helium on Facebook. Alright. Could potentially get away with adding some more resonance here. Not too much. And I want to give that some reverb. So where's our dry wet? Here it is. We'll put the dry wet just here, and here, and here, and here. Nice and short. What I might do, I'm going to drag this none clip down. Let me just double check everything is maximum, minimum wet. Let's put a corpus. So I already have a corpus on this track somewhere on the snap, but let's add one to the hats. Bring the dry wet down. So let's bring the dry wet up for the start of this corpus. Samuel and Doug both love Ableton Live on YouTube. I also love it. And with the corpus, like maybe if we go nuts with the LFO, make it beat synced to a bar. Let's try different mediums. And the decay time would be fun to play with, so what we'll do is we'll make this one lots of decay, whoop, and this one lots of decay. So we'll call it Corpus level 1. And this one, we give it a maximum decay. And we'll change the LFO rate. Stupid. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Too much decay. It's making my cat go crazy. Doug on YouTube asked if I'm always using Ableton effects just now. It's usually just my go-to. It all depends. Like when I'm doing like teaching type stuff, I just tend to use it because I don't really want people to have to use external devices or buy anything new, that kind of thing. And by doing that, that's kind of taught me to use them really well. So I tend to use them in my everyday production as well. But I do use plugins and VSTs. What I'd like to be able to do with this is automate the amount as well. So let's go in here, the amount is selected. Let's put a point here and a point here and have the amount pump upwards. Cool. And let's select all of these, choose the follow action of first. And stop all the clips. Get the kick going, the bass going, the snare going. Let's try some of these. I like that last one. That's pretty cool. All right, so that's hats 1. Let's deal with hats number 2. So this is either going to be closed hats or rides or something. We'll just stick with what we've got here. So let me just think for a sec. I guess some kind of like phaser would be appropriate for this. I call this the machine gun drop. Love it, Tom. Cheers, Fizz. Facebook. Sorry, YouTube. YouTube, Facebook. So we'll chuck a phaser on here. Heaps of poles. It's all good. So the first thing I'll do is bring the dry wet down to 0, and we'll copy this down, open it up, and bring the dry wet all the way up to the top. Very good. So this one has none, and then this is on. Do I want to manually alter this? Yeah, I want to play with the frequency. So again, very simple. We'll just put in 2 points and have it slope downwards. Maybe if we had a simple delay, link them with just 1. Even less. That's cool, but the volume is gone, so let's put a limiter and bring that up as well. Again, we have to do that on the actual dummy clip itself, so let's find the right spot. And we need to turn off the simple delay on the none clip, like so. Cool, so we'll call that phase down, and then I'll duplicate that, and I'll just make the phaser go up. So here's the phaser, and we'll make the frequency go up. Down and up. Yeah, it's starting to get dark. I don't know what this shooting here. Whatever. You shouldn't be looking at me. And none. Okay, so that's good for the phaser. Might as well do a flanger as well. That was a phaser, right? Yeah, okay. Flanger. Bring the LFO down. Bring the dry wet down. And we'll copy this across. Open it up. Bring up the flanger amount. I think I just want a simple down and up with the flanger as well. So we'll change to the delay time. We'll do a few crazy flanged ones. I think we need to bring the feedback up a bit. What if we start lower? Very good. We'll call it flange down. I think I'll quickly go into the limiter, bring the gain up for that as well. And I'll copy that down. Ooh, we should call that up. And we'll call this flange up. We'll do exactly the same as the phaser. So here's our flanger. Oh, it's already going up. Okay. So we'll go like this. Oops. Flange it down. Well, it gives the impression of going up in a way. I like that boing. But we need to bring the limiter down for that. That'll kind of sound cool with a... If we bring the dry... put the flanger before the simple delay. And then we'll use the dry wet of the simple delay and we'll go up. Just at the start there. That was pretty cool. And we'll also change the decay time to something really long. Like up here. Not too long. What else we got here on the flanger? Maybe give it a little bit of 16th note LFO. It's kind of cool. We'll get that open head in. Hold on a second here. Everything's getting out of control. All right. So what else can we do with the hats here? This is just kind of white noise at the moment. Redux, always fun. I'm going to put it before the limiter. Soft mode. Copy that down. And here's the Redux. Actually, I'm going to put that here. I want to do one more flanger. We'll go into flanger, delay time, and what I'll do is delete everything. Make the grid size smaller. Not that small. I just want to pick some random values here. Yeah, I'm getting messages on my phone. Girlfriend asking for computer help. I like that. With that simple delay. And we'll choose our delay time. I think I like that. Might get a little bit too much, so here's the dry wet. And where's our limiter? We're gonna have to raise the limiter a little bit. Very good. Okay, back to here. What do we have? A Redux. So it's on soft mode. Very good. Let's just do a sweep. We'll do a sweep up and down for the first one. Tom, do you record a lot of your own samples, Semi Williams? Sometimes. And over on YouTube again, DJ Tup. Where were you going to perform this set, Tom? It's a party called World Beyond. It's on the 22nd of July in Melbourne, Australia. Really cool future themed party. Like everybody really gives it like all of their dedication to the narrative. There's installations and cool things you can do, and like yeah, it's really wicked. And I'm doing a techno set at the very end, and I'm gonna ultimately, I want to destroy lots of stuff on stage and have that MIDI controlling or sending to max via Arduino or something. I want to do lots of weird shit on stage and just like have crazy noises that come from power tools and shit. But we'll get into that into the later stages of the stream. So that's a simple Redux sweep. And we'll do one more with the Redux. Like that. Grid size smaller. We're on 16th notes, so again, just kind of wee. Go like this. See what happens. Sounds good to me. I'm going to select all of these. Follow action first, and let's have a listen with the other elements. What's up, Love Jiggy over on Twitch? What's up, 9bit on Twitch? Sounding pretty heavy. Very good. What do we got next? We've got this percussive sound. So, on the actual percussive sound, we've got a reverb and a filter delay and a grain delay. I think I need to go. Just hold on a sec. How long have I been streaming for? Hour and 46. Yeah, I'm going to have to go, guys, for unexpected circumstances. So thanks for tuning in for the stream. I'm going to leave this exactly where it is, and I'm going to pick it up very soon. It's not going to be tomorrow, but I am going to be live streaming tomorrow at the same time. A friend of mine is coming over and we're going to be writing some music together. It's not going to be this. We're just going to be writing a probably more housey type track. And then probably on Monday I will resume where I had to stop here. And we'll get this percussive stuff sorted, get the synth stuff sorted. And remember, again, that these are only 1 bar kind of little hits. Like, I'm going to have a whole bunch of these. I'm going to have 2-bar ones. I'm going to have 32-bar ones, so we can do, like, automated build-ups. And then we're going to do some Max for Live stuff, so it randomly selects, like, a whole bunch of these at different stages. Basically, a track that progresses itself if nothing is done or if I don't intervene. That's ultimately what I want to get to. But, yeah, that's it for today's stream. Again, just the shell. We nearly got there. Sorry I have to stop early. But cheers for all your advice and all your comments. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. You guys rock. I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow, same time. Later.